fucking hippie. Give me drugs, man.
Get some from your mother, man.
Yeah, we just banged your mother.
Okay, fuck you, dickhead.
Nice, man.
God, man of the woods, what's going on? God, I haven't seen you so long.
My man, what has happened? Long time, no see. Yes, sir.
What have you been up to?
Same old shit, man.
Yeah?
Working for the city.
Working man, huh?
Been thinking about getting back in school, though, man.
Back in JC, something like that?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's where all the girls are, right?
Stay up.
But on the other hand, man, I just as soon keep working, keep a little change in my pocket.
Yeah? Wait.
Rather than spend my time listening to some...
Propose to Mr. Dawson.
Idiot!
Will you marry me?
Don't know. What's in it for me?
Anything you want?
Anything?
Anything.
Go like this. You spit or swallow?
Whatever you like.
Whatever I like? I would definitely marry you. It's so degrading.
You're an asshole.
Yes, I am.
That's terrible, man. It's horrible.
Aha! All right, check you later.
Bye.
Wait, man, why are you always such a dork, man?
What are you talking about?
Check you later. Check you later.
Hey, man, get off my case.
Oh, man. Chicks don't want to hear that shit.
Well, they don't want to hear anything, man. The girls, man, in our classes, they're all prudes, man. They're worthless little bitches,
Oh,
man.
my God.
It's the girls ahead of us, man. They were wild. Our class is just worthless,
Well,
man.
maybe you've just never gotten past the sniffing butt stage. That's what that sounds like
Hey,
to me.
man,
That's what that sounds like.
it's quality, not quantity, all right, man? And wait till I get to college, man. I can't wait to get to college.
Yeah, when I get to college, all I'm gonna do is bang, 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 bang.
Jamie.
Oh, Rachel!
Rachel.
Brady!
Back.
Brady!
No.
Brady, come with us!
Go!
Brady!
Get up there, Rachel!
Brady!
Get up there, Rachel!
Brady, come with us!
Go!
Oh, Brady!
Go!
Hey guys, we are here with Sasha Jenson at the Halloween 40th anniversary convention. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm really good. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You've
Thank
done
you.
this.
Yes, I have many times.
Excellent.
But let's talk about you. What's it like being in this huge franchise that's still going on today?
It's a thing that's grown, for sure. And it's exciting because it's funny. It hit me the other day when I went to Universal Horror Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Like my kids called me up. They're like, they're doing Halloween 4 and Universal Horror Nights. I was like, no way. That's like awesome because the franchise was invisible for a minute, for years, and it feels like it's kind of picked up.
Yeah.
Was it after the Rob Zombie one?
Yes, I believe after the Rob Zombie, that's when it started getting big again.
It just kind of shocked everyone back into the franchise again.
Yeah.
For me, that one was like, oh, it was so hard in my face, and it didn't feel like it was in this keeping with the same spirit of Halloween.
Yeah.
But what the job it did do is it revitalized the brand for sure.
And it gave us more know more about the characters, especially Michael's background and how he became to be and what was his family background, as to the original where it kept it as a mystery.
Yeah. And I actually completely forgot who Michael Myers was until the zombie movie.
Yeah.
It kind of was. It was hardcore.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What was it like your experience in being in Halloween 4? Like, how did you get that job, and how'd you feel when getting that role as Brady?
Well, I think it was one of my first jobs, right around there, and it was. I didn't know how to feel about it because there was the number 1, and back then, if a movie goes if it goes 2 and 3, it's pretty much a dead movie. You know, back in those days, there was never a successful number 4 of anything.
Yeah.
So now I'm like in a number 4 of a horror movie that's been invisible for 2 and 3. I thought, all right, this is cool. So I get to go to Utah and run around, and I have no idea what it's about. But Kathleen and I we were in school together.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I get to hang out with Kathleen, and she's like a love interest type in it. And then once we got there, it changed. It felt different. I'm like, this is really cool because they created the atmosphere on the street. They had the big fans out there, and it felt, I love the fall and Halloween the most.
Yeah.
More than Christmas. It just gets me going. I don't know, it brings me back to my childhood and so they nailed it. They nailed the atmosphere, and then when we were in the house, that was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Because it felt like being trapped in a real nightmare.
That's true, because it's all boarded up and nowhere to go, especially when you have this like demon-like character after you, and he's like non-stop. It's pretty scary.
And it was they did in the house they blacked out the windows. They had the light coming through at an angle.
Yeah.
And it's really busy right up until they say action, but then you get ready and they're like, okay, everybody quiet. And then when there's that moment of silence, and then you have like 1, 2, 3 seconds before anything happens.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you got the goon coming up the stairs after you.
Yeah.
Like, fucking hell. Here we go.
I thought like Halloween 4 was pretty great because I felt it was really dark because now he's after a child. And that's like a child's worst nightmare, like a real monster actually coming to get you. Like the boogeyman of all people. So I felt like Halloween 4 was great because it was totally different change, and also you're like I saw it as a kid, so like when I saw it, like, oh my god, people could come and get you, and it's not like a story that you hear from your parents. You're actually watching it on the screen happening.
Yeah. No, it was surprising, and Danielle was amazing. She was, just this cutest little kid who hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
And then she was forced to kind of deal with these really frightening scenarios.
Yeah.
And Dwight, to direct her, to get all that realism out of her, it was I wouldn't say challenging, but it was challenging for her as a little kid, because there were times where Dwight was like, okay, and her mom was encouraging her to like, okay, well, you could just shake her really good, and like you couldn't get away with any of that stuff now.
True.
But she totally nailed it, and she would run off the set, crying at times, and then there were a couple of us, we'd go around, it's all right, we're just doing this movie, and and so
that must have been a big challenge, especially in an adult film like that. But now that you have children, what do they think watching you in part of this franchise, like on the movie?
I think it's kind of cool now. Before they saw this photo of me, they found it, and they're like, why? One is like, why is there a photo of me? Why is someone killing you and someone taking a photo of it at the same time? They were weeping, and it was, they were scared of it. But now, my older daughter, she's in college, and she's, oh, that's so cool, I wish I was there with you, and get me a t-shirt. And I took the other one, who's 15, to Universal Horror last week, and it's fun. It's fun, for her.
Now, did you enjoy the maze? Like, did it follow through like the whole storyline? I've only been to the one when they did the first Halloween. I haven't been to this one yet, when they did number 4.
There were pieces. There was like a living room where Kathleen was impaled. They did that. They did the electrocution stuff. There was a kind of a diorama of that. There was and then a lot of pop-outs, like a living room, and then here comes Michael, here comes Michael, here comes Michael. But it was great. A long line though, Jesus, it was like an hour and a half.
Now, not only you were in a franchise of a cult movie, you were also in another cult movie, Dazed and Confused. Now, can you tell me that experience?
It was funny, and it always comes up on Halloween too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was last year. I was in Venice at a party, and there was a bar where they were. It was like a Dazed and Confused on Halloween night. They had Dazed and Confused theme.
Wow.
So everybody in there was dressed in Dazed and Confused. 70s out. They just want to dress up as 70s characters, and. It's also, I saw a bunch of Michael Myers walking around. So it's like all of a sudden,
a mixture of both what you were in.
Yeah, it was funny, and it's weird because it was a long time ago, and so what it feels like is it's like as if you were with your buddies a long time ago, and you had a really good time, and somehow there was a camera there.
Yeah.
And then years later, people go, "That was so cool when you were in the sandbox and doing that thing." You're like, "Yeah, I kind of remember it, but but it's fun. It's good, and I'm glad there are two films that are good that won't go away."
I mean, Dazed and Confused is like a huge film. My dad even watches it with me. He's like, "Yeah, that's how it was back in the day. That's all the shit that we do and got away with." And he's like, "Now you can't do anything of that."
You couldn't even make that movie now.
No.
You couldn't not only talk about it, you couldn't make it. I mean, just the hazing scene.
The hazing, the trespassing, the drinking, and especially like in the middle of a field where no one's like, there's no cops around patrolling it.
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
It looks like an amazing, fun film. I still go to like those where they have it like at the parks and they do a big feature film of it. It's pretty fun, and everyone dresses up as the characters and everyone throws out the lines as well.
Yeah. So I missed one. I was supposed to go to one in July. And it's it's funny. It won't go away.
Yeah, it won't. Especially these movies, these big franchises that you're in. But thank you so much for this interview. Now, is there anywhere that your fans can find you on the internet, like an Instagram or Twitter?
I have a Facebook account.
Okay.
I have... No, not Facebook. I have a Facebook account.
Okay.
I know my kids are like, you got to get up on that thing.
Are you going to be at any other cons after this?
I don't know. I haven't been to one in a long time, but I might.
All right, cool. Well, I hope to see you again at another con, and thank you so much for your time talking to me and talking about your awesome filming career as well. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.